Hi guys. Okay, so welcome back to the second makeup that I did for the Bridgerton. Like I said before, when I posted the first video, I hope that is going to go before this one. So I did makeup for two sisters for the Bridgerton show that is airing on Netflix, and this is the second look. So I'm going to show you guys how I did it. I didn't actually know about this show. Unfortunately, it's actually a very big show. I didn't know about it, and until my client told me about it, and voila, and I did really make a lot of videos, but that's by the way. So the first thing I did for my client is to clean her face with a micellar water, but for some reasons actually I kind of just have a hunch that this was going to be a big thing, so I did their makeup with so much like steez. Like I did the makeup with so much steez. I needed, and when I saw their skin, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to do a good job. Like I had the intention to, like make them stand out. So the first thing I did was to clean her face with a micellar water, and then I'm going in with the Embroylisse moisturizer. So I had to moisturize her face and like hydrate her skin, because also we are in winter, and they come from like Africa, so I need to make sure their skin is well hydrated, because if you stay in winter, you are going to really get dried up and all that. So I'm going to moisturize the skin very well, and after that I'm going to be using my Milk Hydro Grip Primer to prime the face. So I'm equally going to prime the face equally, just to add like more hydration to the face. The Milk Hydro Grip Primer, the work is to hydrate the skin. So after that I'm going to just like mattify the brows. I'm going to be using the Becca primer, the Becca primer to mattify their brows. So when this my Becca primer, when it's finished, I wonder what I'm going to do. So after that I'm going to be using the Milk Hydro setting spray. Is it milk setting spray? I don't know, to like set their face. So after drying it up, I mix my foundation, still the same foundation that I used for her sister. I used Huda Beauty foundation and NARS foundation. These two are my definitely combo whenever I want to do like big and badass makeup. I mix the two foundations together. I love the thickness and the creaminess that it brings to the face. So after mixing this foundation together, this foundation is the exact match for my clients. So I begin to blend it into the skin, and you see, people that take care of their skin, when you see them, you are going to definitely know this skin feels like butter, butter. I'm trying to call it like a British. I'm trying to say butter like a British, but I don't even know what to say. So after that, I'm using my Tarte concealer to highlight her face. So I'm using a very light shade in the Tarte concealer. See, guys, you guys should forgive me. See, if I keep doing this, it's even paining me. But I promise you, I'm going to really go into details and like get the names of the numbers of the product that I'm going to be using for you guys. Okay guys, so after doing that, the next thing I did is to blend the product into the skin. So like I said, first of all, I place this product, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend them. See, when you use good products, you are going to know, if you look the way this product is blending into the skin, you are supposed to know that, oh, this is a good product. Is, and in as much as I know, it's also like to an extent in the hand of the blender, but the outcome has a lot to do also with the product you're using. So after that, I'm going to be contouring her face. I'm using the Huda Beauty contour stick to contour. Oh god, I bought another contour. I can't even wait to start using it. Oh my goodness, why have I not made the videos I want to make? I want to make some videos and show you guys the product I bought before I start using them. Oh, so help me God. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend this product into the skin. I know that some of the things I'm saying, you guys will not even understand it, because it's just that when I'm speaking, some thoughts come to my head. Yeah. Okay, guys. So, like I'm saying, you have to blend this product into the skin. Blend to make sure that it is well blended into the skin. Yeah. Okay, guys. So, in the contour, I'm not really doing too much powder contour. I just use it to it's just helping me when it comes to the cream contour. Sorry, I don't do too much, because the job is just to help me structure the face a little bit before I get to the powder. So whatever you do in the cream contour and you don't do a good job in the powder contour, you will ruin everything at the end of the day. So the powder contour is the main thing. So guys, after that, I added my blush. I love this blush. Like, it just finds a way to work for everybody. I don't know why, but it just finds a way to work for every skin tone, and I just use it, and it's beautiful. So after that, I go ahead to blend the product that is remaining under the eyes. You know that I left a little bit of concealer under the eyes when I was, before, because I'm trying to make sure that it gives me coverage, a little bit coverage. So like I'm saying, I have to go ahead and blend that product under the eyes. And guys, I love what is giving me. It's giving me luxury. Like, I'm looking at the face like right now, it's giving luxury. And guys, remember that I've said, if you have watched the first video before this one, this is a work of art, because I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty setting powder in Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder to set the under eyes. See, whenever I'm doing like a very beautiful, like whenever I'm doing like all this badass makeup, I know that I have to use Easy Bake to bake it, because to set it, because I don't want stories, I don't want to do, it's not like other setting powders are going to mess things up anyway. They are not. But see, Easy Bake, ever since I started using that setting powder, my life have not remained the same. I'm going to definitely buy all shades of Easy Bake for you get to understand like the importance and the value it holds to my heart, because I don't want to ever see it finish, or like one day to be like I don't have it anymore, or the brand have discontinued. I don't want that to happen to me. So guys, I am in love with the face. So I use the setting powder to set every area of the face, if you notice that, except the contour places, except the place I contoured. So after that, I'm equally going to be using my Milani compact powder in the shade 109 to set the contour, because my client is light skinned, so I'm not going to go into the contour like with very dark shades. No, I'm not going to do that, because my client is light skinned. So I'm just going to do a little bit of, just a little bit in the contour. So you see, the contour is a little bit just giving shadows to the face, but don't worry yourself. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to add warmthness to that face, some colors that will make everything beautiful. That's why I ask people that don't like blush, please, what is the color of your problem? So I did eyeshadow and brows out of the camera, which I don't know why. I'm supposed to just do the brows, but I don't know how I did the eyeshadow. Probably I forgot and I remembered late into the video, maybe. So after that, I go ahead and line the eyes. So yeah, and everything is looking amazing, because my client wanted a little bit of shimmery eyeshadow, but she actually wanted pigment. I get to understand later when I saw the clothes they are going to wear that it needed to have some pigment in it. But you see, the what is it called, practice what you preach. I didn't talk to my clients about the makeup they want, and this is why this misconception and mistake. I didn't ask about the eyeshadows. I asked when I already started, but it was equally wrong of me to go to a job without like my pigments and stuff. Okay guys, so moving on, I go ahead to do the little things that make makeup stand out. The mascaras, the eyeliners, these things are just the reason why your makeup is coming out amazing. You have to do these little things. They're just little things in makeup that makes a lot of difference. Is sometimes when I'm doing voiceover, I don't even remember to always mention them, but they are the things that make the difference the most. Okay guys, so moving on, I keep on like blending and just re-emphasizing my powders and the blush and the contour and everything on the face. So after that, I'm just finishing up though. I'm just finishing up my contour and everything. So now, as you can see, my blush has equally disappeared, so I have to go ahead and add a little bit of blush again on the face. Okay, so this is me just adding blush, and I think in this makeup I'm just using different blushes to like do everything. So after that, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray to set the makeup, and I also used Milk Hydro spray to set it again. Like, I do set makeup with 2 sprays during the finish. Mostly I do that, sometimes I don't, but mostly I do that. I remember that I did it for my clients here. So after, maybe I didn't show that part, I don't know why. So after that, after everything, I just lined her lips. She told me the lip stain she won, and I just go ahead to line it. Yeah, so everything is looking amazing. She told me the lip stain, and of course, yeah, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Like, those things are just they make me happy, especially nude lips, like they bring joy to my heart. I don't even know when, or like when I started liking nude lips to this extent. I don't used to like nude lips that much before. So guys, I just go ahead and just added lip stain, and then yeah. So I use fan to cool it down because I don't want when my client blends it, like I cool it down because I want coverage. Yeah. So once it's a little bit dried, it gives you that coverage. So my client smacks and then it's as nude as I want it. Yes. So I go ahead and add my gloss. I think I'm adding something lighter inside, and that should be concealer. So probably I want it to be a little bit lighter, even, I wanted it to be very, very nude, maybe. And yeah, it's just as natural as it should be. So what I'm also doing now is to just go ahead and line the upper parts, just to, give it a little bit of lift. And then I added my gloss on the lips. And yeah, do I love it? Yes, I love it so much. I love these lips. Like, I love it when I'm done doing makeup and the lips is just as nude and as natural as possible. That makes all the difference, I'm telling you. So after that, I use my Soap Pro, of course. Soap Pro, and I bath her with Soap Pro. I bath her with Soap Pro, and yeah, everything is outstanding. The client is beautiful. Ife artistry is happy. My client is so beautiful. Like, I love this makeup and I love everything, and everything is nice. Like, I keep looking at this video, I keep looking at the makeup. So this is when I use my hands to hold my camera and video, and it's beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'm going to definitely see you next time. Bye.